There has been a steep increase in the number of drug users in Chennai, according to the reports from Narcotics Control Bureau. The trend has been changing too. Drugs that were common in the past, such as brown sugar, have been replaced by the new ones such as meth or LSD for that matter. But how grave is the drug menace in Chennai? And what are the challenges faced by the Narcotics Control Bureau or NCB in the face of it? We have A. Bruno, Zonal Director of Narcotics Control Bureau, to answer some of these questions. Hello, sir.
Namaste.
Namaste. So, to start with, what are the top five drugs that are abused in Chennai? And do they have an international connection? And does that?
Yeah. Most widely abused this contraband is, of course, it is ganja, cannabis, marijuana. In that name, it is also known in outside world. Then MDMA is there. It's a substitute to the cocaine synthetic drug used for stimulation, party drug. That way it is abused. Then LSD is, of course, it is there. It is a hallucinant basically.
Okay.
It gives false illumination, that thoughts and illusions. Then nowadays this trend of methamphetamine, abuse of methamphetamine is also coming forth. In from northeast and other places, the yobo tablets are coming to south through this workers, those who are working there. So this yoba tablet, that is a methamphetamine tablet only. It is also coming in popular version. Then last but not least, and it is a very important thing, that is the abuse of prescription drugs.
Okay.
That means nowadays, if you find many people are going for prescriptions using that opioid based, like any painkiller or sleeping pills will be having a base of morphine. Morphine is from the opium, and opium is the base for the manufacturing of heroin, that drug. So it creates this content of morphine develops some addiction, substance addiction. So gradually it is a one gateway to the hard drugs, gradually. So Tidal is also found, tramadol, once we controlled and banned tramadol, with almost same composition, new substance they are abusing. So these things are coming. These are the top five in the Chennai drug trade. Then with regard to that international relevance, if you see that international developed countries, there it is most popular is cocaine and then heroin. Of course, marijuana, LSD, all these drugs are there. If you see the Far East countries, there instead of this costly drugs, they go for methamphetamine more. So it's a mix, and every region has some certain peculiarities, and considering the affordability and accessibility. These drugs are prevalent.
So, what are the channels from which these drugs come from to Chennai?
Yeah, every drug has a different source mostly. The costliest drug, cocaine, is coming from Latin American, that eastern, north Latin American countries.
Okay.
There the production is there. So through some
Airport.
carriers,
Okay.
carriers or through consignments, it is
Okay.
reaching to India. Then heroin is, of course, it is mostly from that Afghanistan, crossing the POK, it reaches to India, heroin. That is the origin point. Then some sort of diversion is there in the legal cultivation, so very little percentage. Through that also heroin is coming, but wide abuse now it is not coming forth with regard to heroin. Then LSD, it's coming through the courier or post, that way.
And it's tough to identify also, right?
Yeah, it is. It can be identified if regularly, if some person is getting through some surveillance and watch, we can identify it can be traced out.
Because it looks exactly like a stamp.
Stamp, it's a stamp
Yeah.
trace. Yeah,
So,
that is LSD's route. Then this ganja, it is coming mainly from that Andhra Orissa border.
border, yes.
There, this Naxal affected areas are there. There they give some sort of protection that area. So mines,
For
laying mines,
cultivation.
and cultivation area, it is protected by them. That's what the reports are saying, because getting into that area is a big challenge.
So, sir, you also mentioned about ketamine, and NCB has recently seized 10 kilos of ketamine.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about this drug?
Yeah, ketamine is widely abused as a party dance in the mostly the people those who go for
Dance.
prolonged dance hours, means 4 hours, 5 hours. Those who want to be in that, they abuse this anesthetic for the wildlife, especially for this horses,
Okay.
which is used, that has been abused for this stimulation
Okay.
and some anesthetic effect, the pain relief.
So, it was originally used for horses, you said.
Yeah, horses, and sometimes for the ketamine is used for the cats also.
Okay. For, can you tell us about the origin?
The origin is actually once upon a time this previous primitive version of ketamine was used in the war field to give some stimulation and anesthetic effect to the dying horses, to get out of
The war field.
from the soldier want to get out of the war field. So they were using this for immediate stimulation and anesthetic effect. That was a previous primitive version. So from there, this ketamine was again developed in 1965. That time, then it started to abuse, and in India, in 2012 only, it was banned.
Ketamine.
Ketamine, abuse of
Okay.
ketamine, illegal possession, all this become a crime from 2012. Earlier, it was only controlled.
Okay. So, the 10 kilos you've seized, what's the cost of it
Uh,
in the
if you
illegal
see
market?
illegal market, maybe over 1 crore, but original price is not that. Manufacturing cost is
Very less.
it may be less, because it is made in, it looks like made in clandestine lab. So we cannot exactly figure it out what is the cost.
Okay. And, sir, in Chennai, do you see a prevalence of club and date rape drugs?
So there is no concrete evidence coming up, but still there is a suspicion that these drugs are also in the prevalent, because rave parties are also conducted in certain places, different places, to attract more youth into
Drugs.
yeah, they want to introduce drugs in that party. They use these parties to introduce drugs to the newcomers.
Youngsters,
Yeah, newcomers, those who are having some stable income, they are pulled to rave party. Then they are, through different means, pretensions, they introduce this drugs to them. Once they start a dependence, then the marketing starts. Then they are getting a long-term customer for that.
The quantity of marijuana and cocaine seized by NCB has come down last year. What does this indicate?
See, they may be using different modus operandi for the trafficking, and the routes may be changed. For example, cocaine. Cocaine is just entering Chennai. It is an entry point only. The demand may be of any other place. So they would have been picked because of more seizures in Chennai. They would have been changed the entry point, airport.
Okay.
That may be the reason. Then, with regard to this cannabis, there is some routes maybe they identified, and they made it safe for them. So that routes they would be following. So other modus operandi, they may be concealment. In concealment also it is matters. So how they conceal. So
So
may
this
be the
does not
difference.
mean
The trafficking is not reduced.
Okay.
That's what my personal opinion is that it has no connection with the quantity of trafficking. We cannot give a guarantee that seizure has been come down, so the trafficking is also reduced. That judgment we cannot make.
get it. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the quantity of various drugs seized by NCB last year?
It's about only in Chennai city.
Chennai.
Only in Chennai city we made 14 cases last year. Just before that we made 17 cases in 2018.
Okay.
Different types of drugs. It varies from cocaine to precursors, means ephedrine and pseudoephedrine, which is used to make drugs.
Okay. So what are the challenges you face in the
Challenges
face
means
of it?
see, it's a drug demand reduction. There are two parts. One is supply control, and another one is demand reduction.
Okay.
So it is a collective responsibility of every citizen, responsible citizen, to support this mission, to keep our society drug free. So everybody is having a certain role to contribute, either by maintaining their children not getting touched with this drug. That is a family bond emotion, and this awareness is built, because once this drug entering into the home or to a person, his health, wealth, status, everything is gone. Wealth, of course it will drain, and it is a chain also, because once the wealth drains, then the dependency is strong that time, then that will lead to the crime. Because once wealth drain, the poverty will rise, then that means these people,
The person will look for other means to earn.
other means, crime means, they will indulge into the crime means, boys or girls to their taste. Everybody has the responsibility that once we are not allowing the drug to enter into our family, it becomes automatically the nation become drug free.
Yeah.
That's the only point, because everybody belongs to a family or an institution. The institution chiefs, they should also take the decision that some other awareness program will be created, and some mechanism will be evolved to keep their employees or students from the influence of drug.
Okay.
So if such a step is taken, the difficulties are dissolved.
Okay. Sir, which are the most vulnerable sections when it comes to addiction? Like, do you spot a demographic or age pattern in this?
Yeah, it is teenagers, of course. Those who are in the high school, class 9, 10 onwards, we doubt that people are into that abuse. Then those who are entering in the college at the age of 17, 18, they are also very vulnerable.
Okay.
Yeah, because that time there will be a competitive mind they will be having. Peer pressure will be there. Then all these factors, because they are in the just coming out to the world, so all these factors influence them to have a taste of drug.
Okay.
The compelling grounds will be there. So because of that, this group is more vulnerable.
So parenting plays a major role.
Right parenting is the best solution, because they have to be their problems to be understood. The parents should understand at this age the child what are the problems they may be facing. There may be even breakups also. Some of the infatuations they develop.
Yeah.
So it is not attended, or if it
Talked
is talked about or neglected, so they develop a breakdown. So they cannot share this thing. That situation should not be there at home. So the openness in relationship, any parents, children, that openness in relationship, emotional bond, all these things are there, then the children won't emotionally, mentally, they won't fail.
That's a great point, sir.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful interview. Thank you so much for
Okay,
your time,
welcome.
sir. Thank you.